What is going on, guys? I know we're back today. And you notice something about me? Yeah, I'm in full camo. And I know most of you are probably wondering why. And it's kind of simple. God, let's get some light on here first. Just because I was getting my airsoft gear together and everything. And I figured that since I'm basically getting out my airsoft equipment. There you go. Getting out my airsoft equipment. Might as well show you guys in a vlog. So, I hope you guys' day is going great so far. So, to start off with airsoft equipment, obviously you can't play airsoft without a gun. Yes, you need a gun, ladies and gents. The gun is probably the most important part of the airsoft equipment. There are rentals out there, but I would prefer to use my own. Second, I would recommend a good shirt. Now, an OD green, that's a good shirt. A mask shirt, maybe, if you got one. Or just a regular OD green shirt, that works also. Or the shirt I'm wearing underneath. Now, sorry for my hair, by the way, or the shirt I'm wearing underneath this. This is a gray shirt, so it's very good. And yes, it is tucked in. So, the next part I would recommend is if I can get it off. Sorry about the bumpy camera work. The next thing I would recommend is a BDU top. Now, that's, I don't know if you're going, why? Well, because I see a lot of dudes running around in, like, red shirts and black shirts. That's cool, that's cool. The problem you see there is the dude that has the camo is the one that's most well hidden. Also, get some pants, yes, BDU pants, and then get a good belt going. You know, Bundeswehr. You all seen it before. The next thing I'd recommend, I see a lot of dudes playing with not t-shirts, tennis shoes? Not really an airsoft. So, this is what it is. Those are combat boots. Those are just your average infantry field boot. And what those are good for is they protect your ankle from breaking your fucking ankle. So, that's another good thing. What else? Oh yeah, socks. Just your average winter sock, I guess. I mean, I guess you could wear crew socks, but it's not really recommended. I mean, because crew socks with that equipment? I don't like it. And in other words, I know you guys might be knowing, I haven't been feeling well lately, so sorry about that, but today's vlog is just going great. I guess. So, yeah, that's life for me today, and I know I kind of look like, but, you know, just because I'm bored. So, yeah, that's life's vlog today. It's going really good, and I think we're going to have fun today. I've closed my blinds, and most of you ask how do I record. I use my iPod, but this is what I do. I close my blinds. I close my blinds, both sides of the house, because I record in the front room of my house. I close my blinds, and it provides for better lighting, for cover too much light. And then I have 3 lights on. I have that light, and those. And those actually really help, believe it or not, because they provide just enough light. Oh, they provide enough light, actually. So, most of you are wondering also, I forgot to mention when I was running over my airsoft equipment. Oh yeah, by the way, wallet with ID. That's what you'll need. A lot of airsoft places you can't get into an airsoft place without a fucking ID. So, because, you know, Another thing, if it's a cold day, field fucking jacket. These things are goddamn amazing. Just recommend going to your average surplus store and buying a field jacket. I mean, they're not much. Maybe $20 for a full BDU. As you look at Cody, whenever him and I vlog together, Cody and I, we're constantly wearing camouflage. It's just born into us. But yeah, just get a BDU. I mean, it's not hard, and of course that's my dad's, so I automatically had access to one. But some of you out there who are interested in airsoft, one of the things I would recommend first is get your hands on a BDU, because instead of running out there in a red or orange or pink or very brightly colored shirt, get dull colors. You know, camouflage, very dull colors. You don't see very bright ones in there. You know, my pants, very dull looking. My shirt, very dull looking. These all very dull. You look at the only bright thing on here will be the airsoft guns orange tip. That's it. That's literally it. Oh, by the way, there's the PC. Yeah. All right. But that's really it. I mean, I wouldn't really recommend anything else in your uniform. If you want to get a helmet, go for it. I mean, I'm not stopping you, but I don't see the point in a helmet in airsoft. Although, I do recommend these things come in handy sometimes. Let me see if I can go back in my shoes here, and yeah. Right, so, glasses. Glasses are key. Because, with glasses on, when you're playing airsoft, some hit your glasses. Something hits your glasses, that's fine. Some hit you in the eye, you're fucked. That's another piece of equipment I totally recommend in airsoft. So far, it comes down to this. Gray shirt, blue pants. Get a bundle there if you can find one, because they look really good with the uniforms. BDU, all the way. Ask your dad if your dad has one, your mom, your grandparents. If you can find one that fits you, find one. They're really good. Also, for hats and playing airsoft, I use a Tiger Woods Nike RZN. Why do I use it? Well, one, I got the badass Special Forces look to me. And two, when you put on glasses, it also looks real good. Who didn't? So it makes me look really badass, you know? So it makes me look really good. It blends in really well with the uniform. I know it doesn't look like much, but here, I'll show you. So, first, put the tab on. I'm going to put my turbo in. Right, here we go. Got the top on. Right, here we go. Ready. See, it looks a lot better with the uniform on, I know. So people always tell me. So I'm just going to set this up against the glass here. Alright, so this provides me a better vantage point to see what I'm doing. Also, if you want to, you can put like a bandana on your face or something. It doesn't provide much face protection, but at least it's enough protection from getting your teeth knocked out. And I've even seen people using mouth guards in airsoft, and that works too. But when you get in the whole full blending look, you see it looks a lots better. See, it looks a whole lot better than just what we previously were looking at. It blends in a lot better. Plus, it gives you the badass assault man look. So yeah, that's basically playing airsoft for me. I wear a black hat, glasses, and BDU. If you want to, you can get a historical uniform and play with that, you know. I wouldn't really recommend it, because some of the airsoft guns we're playing with, these uniforms are good for trashing. Because these uniforms you can't trash easy. They are very robust uniforms. And I've been shot in this thing and nothing's gone through. Again, pants. Pants are a must. You see? Good look to it. this gives me an advantage here. Let me set my camera back even more. Set it up even more. So you see the good vantage point? The advantage that I have over you now gives me a greater advantage. And here's why. Because when playing airsoft, what happens is that people usually play with bright colored shirts. I've run over this multiple times in this video. This giving me the advantage of having camouflage over you, the only bright thing on me right now is that check mark. And I can easily black that over if I want to. The problem most airsofters run into when they are beginners is they don't understand the fact that playing airsoft is a sport where combat equipment is required. Most airsoft games, you'll see dudes in BDUs with really good weapons like mine, and you'll see them kind of look the way I'm looking. These are the dudes that understand combat. Now, you do have your guys out there that get into a BDU and just, I don't know. What they do is they just get into a BDU, get a little POS 1911 and a POS M4, and think they're all big, bad, and tough until they get their ass kicked. That's a different story. Versus what I'm working with and you're working with is totally down to who's got the better equipment. I have a better camouflage. If you're wearing bright colors, I've got better equipment. My camouflage, I've got my glasses, my hat. And if your weapon is beginner level, my weapon is superior. If you're wearing tennis shoes, I have boots, which allows me to go over more rough terrain than you do, and a lot easier. However, what the downside of me being me is the fact that my weapon, if your weapon is automatic, you can beat me because my weapon is a spring action. I have to cock mine every time to load around in. However, my rifle has a lot, and I mean a lot, of FPS. Now, to beginners, I'm usually easy on them. And in airsoft games, we usually call out beginners, Any beginners, raise your hand. I've been playing airsoft for a year. I'm not a beginner, really. I have advanced up through the classes extremely fast, and I know how to get into a game where I can just completely annihilate you. Now, the downside is that when you're a beginner, you're not experienced, and so you're versing experienced players. What I recommend is if you're playing airsoft and you're a beginner, I would completely recommend the fact that you listen to the beginner. The beginner knows what he's talking about, he knows what he's doing, and that's the most important thing, to listen to him. You can go off on your own and do your own little thing. However, it proves a significant importance, the fact that you listen to the dudes that have been playing for a year or more. I have been playing for a year. There are dudes out there that I've versed that have been playing for 10, 12 years. Airsoft didn't used to be a big sport when I was a kid, when I was younger. A year or two ago, airsoft wasn't a big sport. I started a year or two ago. And now airsoft is a massive sport. Everybody plays airsoft. All I'm saying to you is, I'm not telling you what to do, but what I'm saying is I recommend you get a BDU, some service boots or some field boots or whatever. Anything that goes up to the bottom or mid part of the calf would be really good, and that tighten around. Get face protection, big thing. You don't need a whole big mask. Again, glasses work just fine. Put a bandana over your face and you got covered. Get a hat or whatever you want to. Get some pants along with BDU. So if you're going to go BDU shopping, I would recommend you get pants, the shirt, and the boots. And get a good tough undershirt and tuck it in. We don't because the whole point of airsoft is to not show skin and not get shot. I've seen girls out there on the field. Now I'm not dissing girls in airsoft, but I have seen girls out there on the field with short shorts and a fucking AK. What that's allowing me to do is that's saying, hey, I can shoot you in the leg and cause you the most pain, or I can shoot you in the shirt or the pants and cause you the least amount of pain. And a lot of the times I shoot for the clothing and it can hit skin. I don't recommend going out there in airsoft with your new plinky AK from Walmart or wherever. If you got one of them high-end AKs and you're like, yeah, you know, don't go out there in a tank top or a spaghetti strap, short shorts, and flip-flops. That's not proper airsoft equipment. One, you're going to either break an ankle or twist an ankle, and two, they're just going to cause you so much pain. Because what you're basically asking for is getting shot. You know, hey, I can't see the dude to the left of me who has a bead on my buddy, but hey, I see you over here in your really bright clothes, and I'm in here in the bushes blended in. I can see you, but you can't see me. So what this is allowing me to do is set up my rifle, set up a good position, and take you out. That's for giving me the hit. Versus until my buddy gets taken out, and then I see, hey, there's a guy over here. You know, who did I see first? You don't want to be the guy that gets seen first. Nobody wants to be the dude that gets out in the first match. It's not an easy sport, so a lot of running involved in airsoft, a lot of getting GTFOing, you know. And another thing, camping in a house, you know, you think, oh yeah, I'm safe here, and then guy comes around the corner, bang, bang. You know, minimal, and this is nothing I'm talking about in this video, engagement ranges. Now, engagement ranges usually occur between 100 to 100, I think sometimes they can go from 50 to 150 feet. That's pretty far away on a field, and that's very good. Also, they can sometimes hit up to 300 or 400 feet, so that's pretty far. Minimal engagement ranges for rifles, I can't remember. I think it's 50 feet is minimal engagement range for rifle. After that, if you're within 50 feet of the person, you only have a rifle, you have to yell bang bang at them. Because at 50 feet, that's a powerful weapon, and that's gonna hurt. I think for pistols, minimum is 15, and then you go bang bang. Another thing, I don't know about equipment physically on the body. I would just recommend, because, like, let me go get my magazine for a minute. Okay, so you got my rifle. This is what I can do with my magazine. My rifle's falling. I can keep a magazine in my shirt pocket. This is how simple it is. I can button my shirt up. If I don't want a magazine, I can button this shirt up right here. It's going to be a little bit difficult because it is a tight fit, but it'll fit. Let me just get this through here. And just like that. Like a glove. And then through this. You know? And if you're not wanting to reach up here every time, and pull out a new mag, because then you're whipping out. Down here on a BDU, I don't know if you can see right here, there's these pockets. So what I'm basically telling you is, you can keep ammunition in these pockets. This magazine fits down there. And then just button it over. Ta-da! You know, I'm just gonna button my BDU over. Ammunition on me, right here. So this allows me to go, oh shit, I'm out of ammunition. Hold on, let me get some more ammo. New mag. Pop it off. Pop it off. Pull out the magazine. Throw it into my rifle. Tap it in. Cock it off. Aim down the sight, and I've got you dead in my sights. Now, most people with these modern M14s, by the way, I forgot to mention to you, a lot of people take this rail off because they want old school. Just buy an old school M14, alright? You know, this is a modern M14. That's what it's there for. Although you can take it off. Also, another cool thing I like to mention is if you want to keep your mag down here, you know, so keep your glasses in here. Tuck them in there. Button up your shirt. You want to. Got your M14. Everybody's going, yeah, you know, we're ready. Pull out your mag before the battle. Got your pocket here. Throw in your mag. Everybody's rifles are cleared. No magazine, no ammunition. You know, everybody's just sitting around waiting for the match to start. And you're just sitting here going, you know, hey, you know, everybody's waiting for the match to start. You know, everybody says a prayer in the beginning, so bow down, you know. And that's another thing. Airsoft can get religious. It does get religious, actually. Because we pray every time we start to play, before we play. But that's basically the way I rock. My glasses in this pocket, my mag in this pocket, my rifle in one hand, I got my boots on. Not currently, but I got my boots on. You know, Airsoft is for those military dudes, right? Everybody who's military and, you know, anybody who wants to play real life, basically real life Call of Duty, Team Deathmatch, it's Airsoft. The weapon, as far as I'm concerned, again, snipers, I don't recommend you just purchase yourself an M14 right off the bat. M14, no go. Here's why. M14 is a heavy weapon. This weapon probably weighs about 7 pounds. This is a weapon you got to lug around a 300-yard battlefield. Some of the battlefields can hit 300 yards. Some of them can just be the size of a football field. Some can get bigger. I think they range from 50 yards to something like I think they range them from like half a football field to like almost 7 football fields. They've gone 700-yard length by widths. So that's big. It's 1,400 yards in total. But I don't recommend getting yourself a big, badass, burly American M14 first, you know. I've gotten this weapon. It's my rifle. If I were you, I would recommend getting maybe an M4 or an M16 out of the store, if you can. It's just a simple talk of what weapon am I going to get first. So I'm running basically, and for those of you who who are wondering why this vlog is going on so long, I'm sorry, but I'm basically running over any questions. For anybody who's looking to get a weapon of any sorts, I would say if you can find one, an AK. AKs are extremely awesome beginner firearms. M16, M4, those are always good. If you can, look towards like a P90 or something like that, a little cheap P90. I wouldn't say get like some really badass, you know, airsoft guns right off the bat. 1911, also another great one. I'm trying to think of the other one. I can't remember its name. Not at the moment. I can't remember its name. But M4s, M16s, AK-47s, AUG. Extremely beginner weapon. I've seen like 900 AUGs in the field, 900 M4s, M14, M16s. I mean, M14 isn't a very popular weapon, and I'll tell you why. Because everybody goes, I'm going to get an M14 because they've probably played with it in Black Ops before. And like, yeah, I really want an M14. Then they go to look at an M14, and not counting the price, they look at the weight of the weapon. The weights can weigh from somewhere to 7 to 13, 14 pounds, from 7 pounds to 14 pounds in the rifle. They're a souped up M1 Garand. That is exactly what the M14 is. If you look at the M14 from length out here, tell me what it reminds you of, just right here. Exactly. It looks like an M1 Garand. This is a souped up M1. That is all the M14 is. It is souped. It's basically somebody took the Browning automatic rifle and the M1 and mixed them together. And the M1 came out for the body, and the Browning automatic rifle came out for the automatic action, the magazine, everything like that. The weight came from the Browning. Because basically what they did is they upped an M1. They looked at it and went, how can we modify the M1 Garand? They souped it. That's why people look at M14s and then look down upon them. M14 is, if you encounter an M14 on the battlefield, what I recommend is you either take that dude out quick or you GTF up. Because I will bet you $5 that the dude with the M14 will mess your day up. These things are not light weapons. And I mean by light, not by light. These things, their hit average is so heavy, it's insane. These things shoot from 400 to 500, from 400 to almost 600 FPS. I've clocked this thing out one time. This thing's averaged around 430 or something like that. I've clocked this thing out at one point in time at 452. 452 FPS. This thing is clocked out 452. This thing is 430. And it's all down to the round. I use a 20 gram BB. BBs are always a thing. 15 grams, they're light. The 20 grams, they have the speed. And 25 grams are for like the heavy bunker busting shit. So that's that. So basically, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Sorry about the longness of the vlog. I don't want to keep you all waiting. But basically, I say to you, get a BDU, get glasses, get a gun. Preferably be not an M14 yet, because a lot of beginners get modified guns and they go crazy. Get boots. Get a good shirt. And I will see you all next time on the field. Mine we're out.